Today's interview is some serious linebacker to linebacker talk. I mean, I'm a washed up linebacker. This guy's still legit. Former Southern Miss linebacker standout who had an impressive workout recently at Pro Day at Southern Miss that opened a lot of eyes. So with all that said, the interview today is with Swayze Bozeman. Swayze, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing really well, especially with you on this show, man. I don't get enough linebackers on this show, so here we are. And Swayze, I can't say enough about your workout at Southern Miss this week on Pro Day. I mean, can I read your numbers so people know how impressive it was?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's rank these numbers compared to what linebackers did at the combine. These guys get ready for the draft. So you ran a 4.440. That was third best among linebackers getting ready for the draft. You rep 28 reps on the bench press, first best among linebackers right now. Broad jump, 10 foot 11 inches, first among linebackers. And your vertical is 36 inches, fourth among linebackers. I mean, when you put up those numbers, but talk to me, Swayze.
It was exciting. The drills for the combine and the drills for pro day and everything, luckily fit into my strengths and my skill sets. And I'd always studied the numbers of guys playing right now, previous pro days, previous combines, and I just compared what I thought I could do to those guys. And luckily, I had a great trainer in Johnny Smith who really helped me get to where I needed to be. And then the Lord blessed me with the ability to go out there and do it on Monday.
Man, the Lord blessed you in many ways, putting up those kind of numbers, man. Some great work, but it came with a lot of hard work and preparation. And one of those tackled two topics, actually. But first up, let's talk about speed. I mean, you're always a very athletic guy, but what have you been doing to increase that 40 time?
Yeah, so the main part of the 40 for a lot of people, not everyone, because fast people run fast. If you're fast, it doesn't matter what you do, you're still going to run a good time. But the main part of the 40 is your start. Those first 10 yards, if you can get out quick, you can have a fast 10-yard split, and then you just let speed and athleticism take over to carry the rest of the way. But we worked on our 10-yard split a lot at training and working on stance and weight distribution in your stance and how to come out low and project yourself forward instead of standing up too quick. So that was one of the things that we did that really helped me. And then we also worked top end speed mechanics, just trying to make sure that we ran the most efficient and effective way. So we did that a lot, and it really helped me out for sure.
No, awesome stuff. I had to put your run on Twitter and brag about it. And I was like, I wish I was that fast. But look at Swayze go. Strength and power, that side of things, which is so important in the NFL too. What are some things you've been doing on that end?
We did a lot of squats and a lot of trap bar deadlift. Just trying to we tried to front load a lot to help with vertical, and then we back loaded a lot to help with our hamstrings and our glutes, kind of that propulsion part of the 40 and our jumping. And so a lot of that, and then just a lot of explosive work. Doing like Vertimax jumps, clean pull jumps, stuff like that, where you have to get weight off the ground that you're not used to getting off the ground. And so a lot of that helped with the power and the strength side.
No, awesome. Good stuff. And it's culminating soon for a big day. I know April 25th or April 27th, the NFL draft is going on. And I know you've been having some conversations with teams, you and your agent. I mean, are there some that are really sticking out already?
I've been in contact with the Seahawks the most out of anyone, which is cool, but kind of crazy because Seattle's a long way away from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. But just to be able to talk to NFL scouts, to have an agent in general is amazing. But to have him talk about me to scouts, and then just being in touch and be able to talk to people after pro day was really, it was just overwhelming to see that happen and to experience that.
Oh, I love it, man. My fingers, toes crossed, getting ready for all that for you. But you're going to get drafted. Those numbers are too good. I got confidence, man. Swayze, I mean, you were a standout linebacker at Southern Miss, carrying on that nasty bunch tradition. What did that mean to you being a part of the nasty bunch?
It was really an honor to be able to join a group of guys, really a group of history that has meant so much to this university and this football team, to be able to join into that and eventually kind of take over as captain, as kind of the leader of that bunch. It's it's an honor and a privilege that I didn't take lightly. And I wanted to make sure that we were nasty. And if we weren't, I tried to held us to that standard just because, we have a history to uphold. And if we don't want to be the group that kind of takes that away.
Oh, I love that, man. And you had a lot of big game moments during your career. What are some game moments that really stick out to you?
The first one that always comes to mind was my first year on campus. It was 2019 where I sacked Tua versus Alabama. So that was really cool. That was just a moment that you kind of dream of as a kid, playing the number one team in the country and making a big play like that. But to kind of fast forward to this year, had a cool moment where my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my sisters-in-laws got to come and hang out and watch me play. And I had some big plays versus ULM. I had a pretty big tackle on a jet sweep, and then kind of at the end of the game, they were trying to make a last-second drive to get down and make it a game. I had a cool PBU, so it was kind of cool to be able to have a good game and make some big plays in front of my family.
I love hearing that ULM game, especially doing it in front of family, man, because that was one of those defensive struggles. I mean, guys like you and I like those defensive games, but was it kind of cool? It was low scoring affair, kind of.
Oh yeah, you love having the game put on you. You never want to feel like you're the reason that you lose because you gave up 50 points. If you can be the defense that says just we got it. Y'all score a few points and we'll take care of the rest. That was kind of the attitude that we wanted to have. We didn't always have that result on the field, but we love the pressure and we love the responsibility of we'll stop them. Y'all go score.
Swayze, one thing too, I was part of a football team. There's a lot of characters on a football team, a lot of type A, fun personalities. Maybe give us a fun moment or two, we might not know, or just something that might give us a laugh, Swayze, with the teammates.
Yeah, so we were getting ready for practice one day. I remember this. This was super funny. Then the weather got bad and practice got delayed for 30, 40, 50 minutes, whatever it was, and we got hungry. So we went in our full pads to the cafeteria and went to the cafeteria, ate us a little snack, then came back to the field house and got ready for practice.
You guys are walking across campus fully padded?
Fully padded. This is probably during, we all had put our masks on. So we put our masks on, kept our pads on, walked across campus to the cafeteria. It was about a group of 5 or 6 of us, went and sat down, had a little meal, and then went back and got ready for practice.
I could see a guy walking on campus, going to math class, and all of a sudden, some gladiators walk by. All right. Oh, that's good stuff, man. So thanks for sharing that. That was a great moment, man. When you're hungry, you're hungry. Pads on or not. Now, Swayze, I mean, you are beloved in the Southern Miss world, a tremendous ambassador for the Golden Eagles. You're deep in the faith. You are a leader for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. What did your time being a part of the FCA and being a leader in that environment mean to you?
That was everything. That was a lot of the reason why I came to Southern Miss was the FCA program that they had when I came here. Because when I went to JUCO, so I went to Co-Lin out of high school, and they didn't have an FCA program. So one of my buddies from my high school, we started to make one. So we started FCA at Co-Lin, and then that was just a huge part of my life and the ministry that I like to uphold. And so coming to Southern, it was going pretty good. And so I hopped right in there and got in contact with Mitchell Williams, who is my guy. That's one of my best friends here in Hattiesburg. And so
I love Mitch Williams. That's my guy, man.
He's the greatest. And so I got plugged in with him, and he and my wife are best friends too. And so just being able to lead with him, then have my wife join beside me and help lead that for the past couple of years, it's really been great.
Oh, good stuff right there. And good plug for Mitch Williams. I mean, that's another beloved figure in the Pine Belt, man. So during your career at Southern Miss, an interesting thing happened. The love of your life in November 2022, a great picture popped up of you on one knee at the Rock proposing to her, man. And it had to be such a special day. It was one of those, oh, look at this moments, man. But how was it being a D1 athlete at such a high level and being married at the same time, man? Give us what was it like?
It was really the best thing ever, to be completely honest with you. So after that 22 season, I got medically redshirted because I got hurt in a game, and they kind of asked me, if we got you a medical, would you come back? And my answer was, the only way I come back is if I'm married, because we had been doing long distance in 2022, and so she was in Austria playing soccer professionally, and then she moved back home to Delaware, and so like there was a lot of time difference and a lot of time apart, and we were tired of it. And so when I proposed at that game, like she was only in town for like a week, so we proposed, and I proposed, and then a few days later she was gone again. And so that kind of, when you love someone like we love each other, you don't want to be apart from them. So kind of my ultimatum, I guess, was like, I'm not playing unless I can be married. And she was in for it. Thank the Lord. And so we got to enjoy one season together as a married couple, and it was better than you could ever imagine. It was fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome. But one thing you did, Swayze, you set a high standard for future Southern Miss football players thinking of proposing to the love of their life, man. They got to step it up. Look what Swayze did. He did it at the Rock, man. So, but good stuff. Congratulations on that, man. So, hey, Swayze, can we have a little fun 5-question segment?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Appreciate that. So, speaking from experience, Swayze, linebackers, guys like you and me, you got to be a little different breed, man. A little, something ain't right. It's a fun position to say the least.
Yes.
What did playing linebacker mean to you?
I loved the action. I love the contact. I love the action, but I also love the responsibility of it. Because you're the quarterback of the defense. You got to know what the guys in front of you do, and you got to know what the guys behind you do, and you got to be able to direct traffic. And so I've always said I'd love to see a brain scan of me pre-snap, during the play, and then post-snap. Because I feel like my brain just going crazy throughout the whole process, and I love that. That's the part of the game that I love so much.
Oh, it's all. I've never heard that analogy. And then, before the snap, motion check. You still got to go. Yeah, dude. Awesome stuff. Awesome. So, Swayze, man, what's your favorite football movie?
Oh, that's such a hard one because there's so many great ones.
Feel free to add it. It's your show, as many as you want.
Well, the first one that I come to think of is Friday Night Lights. That's a great football movie, but I almost hate it at the same time because I always think they're going to win. But I always think they're going to win. So that one's a heartbreaker. And then Remember the Titans is an all-time classic. So those two for sure.
Oh, yeah. I was able to share Remember the Titans with my son not too long ago. He's 15 now and we loved it. So good choices right there. Now, Swayze, a lot of road games during your career at Southern Miss. What sticks out, maybe one or two more that were really really rowdy places to play?
We obviously played at Alabama, so they had a lot of people there, so that was obviously rowdy. I played at Mississippi State twice, and the cowbells go crazy, which is it was a awesome environment playing. Growing up, going to some of those games, and be able to play in that same environment that you grew up in was pretty wild and surreal. And then we played UTSA in 21, and I swear they were pumping crowd noise throughout the stadium. It was probably the loudest I've ever heard a college stadium in my life. The Alamo Dome was rocking when we were playing them.
It is because that Alamo Dome, it's kind of like Reed Green gets loud. It's kind of tighter. It's not really spread. Yeah, interesting. UTSA, man. Now, Swayze, man, you're a big time hunter, man. You're one of the best I see on social media for some of the things you've shot. So, what do you love most about hunting as a hobby?
I just love the outdoors. I love to be outside. I love to just sit there and kind of take it all in and just kind of just appreciate the Lord's creation. He created the earth and everything in it, and just how amazing that is, and just how surreal it is to be able to take it in, and that He gave us dominion over it. And so I love that, and then I love the thrill and the excitement of it, because me and my dad both are like little kids whenever we get a trophy, and so it's fun to be able to share those moments.
Oh, good stuff right there. And last question, Swayze. I'm sure you got a lot of great advice from a lot of different avenues during your life. Is there one or two maybe bits of advice that really stick out about life for you?
One of the things that I've heard a lot, because I guess playing for Coach Hall, is the attitude is everything. E plus R equals O. The events in your life plus your response equals the outcome. And so, me personally, I've been through a lot of injuries and some stuff that hasn't gone my way. So my events weren't good, but I feel like for the most part, I've had a pretty good response to it, and hopefully the outcome's going to be great. I mean, I'm healthy again, and my wife is with me, and she's healthy, and we're thriving, living life, and just excited about this new chapter that we're hopefully about to embark on. And so that has been something huge that even before I heard it, I tried to kind of live it. Just responding well to the events and the tests that the Lord places in your life, and then let Him take care of the rest.
Oh, good stuff right there, Swayze. And thank you for doing fun 5 questions for my show right there.
Yeah,
So
no doubt.
now, Swayze, speaking of the next chapter in your life, it's about to be big business, man. I know it's sports and football, but there's a business side. Is there anything, right now you might want to promote?
Yeah, actually, my agent, Damien Knight, got me set up with a supplement company called Vertex Labs. And so I'm rocking the Vertex Lab cup. I got all kind of supplements come in the mail, and it's just an incredible opportunity. I've always wanted something like this, because supplements aren't cheap. And so to be able to have a company, to partner with me and sign that deal and be able to have some stuff that I can use and promote. And, I actually really like the stuff. It's not like I'm just promoting it because that's my job. I actually really, really enjoy it. I've gone through 2 tubs of protein powder already. It's some of the best protein I've actually ever tasted. So, yeah, Vertex Labs is great. Use my promo code Bozeman for 10% off. So if you ever need anything, go and check them out.
Oh, definitely check it out. I mean, you saw the workout numbers Swayze put up. This stuff works, people. So, but good stuff they're promoting, man. There's gonna be a lot more opportunities for you out there, not just that one. So good stuff. Now, Swayze, we said earlier, the NFL draft, April 25th or April 27th weekend. With the numbers you just put up, I'd be in a state of shock if you don't get drafted. So have you thought of your name being called, and when that happens, how you react?
Yeah, I've thought about it. I'm trying to get my hopes up. I'm trying to expect the worst, and if the best happens, I'll be ecstatic about it. But if the only thing that I do is put up a great pro day and then nothing comes out of it, it was still really cool. So I have thought about it and just spoke to my mom not too long ago, and she's saying that pro day was what you've been working for since you were 3 years old. And it really is. I mean, I throw in football in the living room, and then playing elementary football when I was in the 2nd grade and I wasn't supposed to, just loving the game and loving the process, and everything that comes with it. To be able to potentially have your name called or either sign a free agent contract is really just kind of an unbelievable thing.
Oh, I love that. Great take on it too, man. I expect your name to be called, but yeah, just say it doesn't. Their free agency will be red hot after you. I know that. So, Swayze, as we wrap up this show, man, you're a beloved figure for Southern Miss fans, just a tremendous ambassador for the Golden Eagle Nation. What's a message Swayze Bozeman might have for everybody?
Get ready, because I can feel it. I can feel the earth moving. I can feel things in motion. I think Southern Miss is about to truly go back to the top. I feel like Coach Hall and his staff and the recruiting class they just got in, that they're about to shake some things up in the Sun Belt for sure.
Oh, I love it. Got me fired up, man. I'm so ready for it, Swayze. So thank you so much for that message.
No doubt.
And thank you so much for being on my show today.
Oh, I appreciate it. It was a privilege to be here.
Oh, man, privilege all mine, I promise you, brother. So I think a great way to close this show would be from a workout warrior, a Southern Miss linebacker stud, and the guy who's going to be in the NFL soon, Swayze Bozeman, and myself, to give everybody a big Southern Miss.
To the top.
To the top.
I need to try it first. Yeah.